Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadi Tamastu Mavit Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And welcome everyone to our June 14th Zoom Satsang presentation. First topic is Yoga Sutras. And we are continuing our review of Chapter 2. The attainment of Samadhi comes from surrender to Ishvara. A really, really important verse here. Patanjali is being very direct in relating surrender to Ishvara, which is Ishvara Pranidhana, one of the niyamas, to how we attain Samadhi. So this is a theistic statement, very strong theistic statement here. Commentary. While the boons and blessings accruing from all the earlier practices are worthy, it is through total surrender to Shiva that the ultimate attainment called Samadhi is most efficiently achieved. It is surprising, therefore, that many commentators do not give such heartfelt devotion its due. This is evident in the way the concept of Ishvara is often treated more as a symbolic or instrumental aspect of the path to self-realization rather than as an end in itself. Many Vedantic interpreters do not place significant value on devotion as a fundamental element of yoga. Patanjali certainly gave this spiritual practice pride of place, treating meditation on Ishvara as the highest form of meditation. It is here that Patanjali, historically interpreted in a Vedantic manner, shows his theistic convictions, demonstrating his alignment with the monistic theism found in Siva Siddhanta. So it shows we're aligned, looking at it the same way. And Gurudeva. It is only in the stage of grace, aru, and on its doorstep that true worship arises, which is invoking and opening up to the great beings, God, gods, and devas, in order to commune with them. Faith, ashtikya, creates the attitudes for the action of worship. We can see that from the soul's conception to its fullness of maturity into the final merger with God Shiva himself, worship, communication, looking up, blending with is truly monistic Saiva Siddhanta, the final conclusions for all mankind. Worship is the binding force that keeps the Hindu family together. On a deeper level, external worship is internalized, worshiping God within through meditation and contemplation. This form of worship leads into yoga and profound mystical experiences. Then we have the 3 verses on asana. Meditative posture should be steady and comfortable. Through relaxation of effort and absorption in the infinite, this is achieved. As we mentioned before, it's very important to be relaxed. We are making effort, but the effort is in the mind, it's not in the body. So the body needs to be relaxed. then one is undisturbed by the pairs of opposites. And then my comment, it is interesting to note that the last three verses are the only verses on the limb of posture, asana, in the whole of the Yoga Sutras. In other words, Patanjali wasn't that concerned about asanas. And of course, that's referencing the fact that today when you say yoga, asanas is what everybody thinks about. But Patanjali wasn't that concerned about asana. With this achieved, pranayama follows, controlling both inhalation and exhalation. When observed, the external, internal, and restrained modes become prolonged and subtle based on place, time, and number. Therefore, it transcends the external and internal domains. From that, the veiling of light is diminished. Well, the veiling doesn't totally go away, but just pranayama diminishes that which veils the inner light. Thus, the mind becomes fit for concentration. Withdrawal of the senses, disconnecting from their objects, mimics, as it were, the natural state of the mind. Then arises supreme mastery of the senses. And our second topic, path to Siva. Lesson 35. Why is the Satguru so important? How would you answer that question? Anyone hoping to climb Mount Everest would be wise to have a Sherpa by his side, a guide who has been where you want to go. Similarly, as we walk the spiritual path, we should not be without a Satguru, an enlightened master who knows truth and can take us there. The word guru means teacher. Anyone you are studying with may be called a guru, such as a dance guru, music guru, or a classroom teacher. Teacher is important in any area of study because it is difficult for us to see our own weaknesses, but easy for a trained expert. Your mother and father are your first gurus. Many Hindus have a Satguru, a teacher of Sat, or truth. The Satguru is a mature soul who has realized God and is able to lead others along the path. Shiva is within each of us, shining out through our eyes. But Shiva shines out from the Satguru more brightly because he or she is pure and enlightened. Thus we worship the Satguru as Shiva himself. The Satguru is devoted full time to religious life, to upholding Saivism and helping his devotees. Just by living and being, he or she brings peace and blessings to the world. The Satguru is always a sannyasin, one who is unmarried and has renounced all possessions, personal life, family, and friends. A rare initiation from his guru empowered him with the highest spiritual knowledge and authority. This is Shiva's revealing grace, Anugraha Shakti, in action. If your family has a Satguru to guide it, you are indeed fortunate. He can wisely advise your parents and keep the family strong. harmonious, and spiritually alive. Get to know him, talk to him, and ask questions. He will share his wisdom and help you draw close to God. Om.